Hello everyone, welcome back. Over here we have the Parasound P3 preamplifier, and the build quality has never been a concern to me because their components are comprised of quality parts, really well built. The Halo P3 weighs around 16 pounds, the controls feel solid, there is no chassis flex even when connecting the tightest interconnects, and it has both balanced and unbalanced connections, which is rare considering a unit of this price. Comes with a remote control as well. And over here we have the power button, the source and the tonal controls. They are in light blue color, they are backlit, sort of an LED, and it's really well built, though it has a few dents here and there. We have the performance option, the tone option. There is a LCD panel in the middle. Next to it we have balance controls, left and right, and the treble and the bass controls are there as well. I was happy to see a rotary volume control on the P3, and the control is not motorized port or stepped. Instead of a digital controlled IC, this very much better, performs better. And there you have it. This is the backside of the preamplifier. The P3 features high quality gold plated RCA connectors for the single ended direct one input and the single ended outputs. The balanced input and outputs also seem to be of an excellent build quality, which you can see over here. The unit is built like a tank. A few of the features found in P3 are the headphone amps, the external processor loop, 12-volt triggers, the RS232 control, and a phono input. It has a standard IEC detachable power cable and can run either on 115 or 230 volts. And the Parasound was embossed on the top cover. We'll take it out shortly. There's a large silver feet fitted with rubber inserts to dampen vibration on the bottom, and there's a purplish blue glow which is emitted from underneath all the buttons. The unit is quite striking, about let's say about 3 to 4 meters when you're sitting away from it. And these are the inputs. There is a selection knob. The inside of the P3 is as well built as the outside. The power supply section has a custom wound toroidal transformer, as you can see over here. The caps are Nichicon and op amps are Burr Brown, which are both quality name pass. The size of the power supply and caps really impressed me, and they count for the good portion of the 16 pounds. I should mention that the P3 is a quasi balanced design. Fully balanced circuits treat the positive and negative signal of the balanced connection separately throughout the internal circuitry. And in this design, like the P3, the XLR jacks are the input and output, but the internal circuits are not balanced. This gives you the benefit of noise rejections in the interconnects, but unfortunately does not give the benefits of a fully balanced design. Most of us know that in high fidelity audio that there can be two high quality components that just don't work well together. In this case, I would eventually find that connecting the P3 to my slash-in power amplifier using the balanced connection yielded poor results, uh, rather than if I use the single-ended connectors. Well, I figured out we would have to use the highest quality inputs right from the starts, but I was initially disappointed. But we will do a test later on. So you can see all this is built like a tank, and there it is. Those of you with CD players or TAC that decode HDCD are probably familiar with the Practical Magic soundtrack. And I thought the P3 did everything right. I will say the P3 is not a tubed preamp and does not sound like one. Some tube equipment brings in an airy realness to the music that is not produced by solid state components like the P3. This is not the fault of the P3, but instead of the property of tubes. So I only mentioned it because I miss it with this particular disc. And you can see over here the Execom units. They are right over there. A very finely built unit, I must say, and it's really in a good condition. Now, to compare this preamp with others at 2 or 3 times the cost doesn't seem appropriate, but I would say they do come close. I mean, comparing the P3 to its direct competition is a difficult task, because finding a 2-channel preamp with a remote phono-stage balance inputs and outputs for under $1,000 is very hard. The 2 closest competitors are the Rotel RC1070 and the NAD C160. And over here we can see the FETs and the capacitors, and the transformer has some sort of plastic casing on it. Really good build. Alright guys, so here is the bench. JJ. Frequency response test results are shown here. The XLR input has a flatter response than the RCA unbalanced input, with XLR being within 0.5 decibels from the 20 Hz to the 90 kHz, and the unbalanced beginning to drop off below 100 Hz. It is within 1 decibel from 20 Hz to 90 kHz. Switching in the tone control circuit added a bump with a steeper high frequency roll-off, even with the tone controls set at flat, as you can see over here. Now the Parasound's claim for distortion are THD, total harmonic distortion, less than 0.01% at 1 kHz and 0.03% at 20 kHz. The IM distortion is rated at 0.03%. Using a 1 kHz sine wave input signal, the THD was found to be higher with the RC input than with the XLR inputs. So I suggest that the XLR input is not simply a convenience connection, whereas pins 1 and 3 are just soldered together, and you can see over here. Now the IMD tones 11 kHz and 12 kHz showed some good results with both type of inputs, which you can see over here. I would say that the Parasound hit the nail on the head with the P3. At $800, this is a really outstanding preamp. To find a stereo preamp with the same features that will outperform the P3 by any significant amount, and you're going to end up paying 2 or 3 times the cost, and I think you'll be still short a few features. I was disappointed with the P3 using the balanced connection, but I believe that was a problem specific to my setup. So if you have a sensitive amp or efficient speakers, the single-ended connections might be a better option for you. Regardless, I highly recommend you try the balanced outputs to see how they perform in your system. I've not tested the matching Parasound A23 with the P3, but I'm sure Parasound has accounted for the sensitivity issue in the design. As many of you have switched to surround setups over the last 10 years, you may find yourself missing your old 2-channel setup. So if you should definitely check out the Halo 3 series, as I believe it is an affordable way to get back into the 2-channel audio without breaking the bank. Thank you very much, and next time we'll be back with some more stuff.